Our next liquid is another colourless liquid. This one's been labelled D, and we suspect it's an aldehyde. How do we confirm the test for an aldehyde? Well, the answer is that we need to carry out either a Tollen's silver mirror test or a Fehling's test. First, the Tollen's test. To make Tollen's reagent, take a test tube, add approximately 1 to 2 centimetres cubed, 1 centimetre will be enough, of 0.05 molar silver nitrate. To this we're going to add 1 drop of 0.4 molar sodium hydroxide. That will make a precipitate of silver hydroxide. There it is. And we then add 2 molar ammonia to that precipitate until we dissolve it. So until the precipitate just dissolves. So let's add some ammonia cautiously. We can see already that the precipitate's starting to dissolve. We shouldn't hurry this. There we are. Fine specks, but almost dissolved now. And there's our Tollen's reagent. Well, one way to test for our aldehyde is to carry this out on a small scale using a Durham tube, which is a very small tube from the biology lab. So here's the Durham tube, very small. What we'll be doing is to introduce some of the Tollen's reagent that we've prepared into that tube. So here we go. So apologies for the camera wobble there. So we need about 0.1 of a mil. In that goes into the small tube there. Oops, too much. Let's remove some. There we are. So just less than half of the small tube there full of the Tollen's reagent, and to that we're going to add just a drop or two of our aldehyde, which will in fact be a vast excess to what we'd normally do in a test tube. So here we go, here's our aldehyde, just a drop, and you can see that we've formed a little layer on the top there, 2 layers. Can you see that? Now, one way to heat that for the silver mirror test, let's mix it first. Thorough mixing of the aldehyde into the aqueous layer below is to put that into a sand bath that we've got here. So we've got this sand bath. It's approximately at 100 degrees centigrade, and all we need to do is to dip the tube in almost down until we've submerged the liquid level, and we'll leave that for a few minutes. We will leave it, but it's as well to just have a little look as it starts off, as it begins to heat up. You can often see the darkening of the solution as it progresses there. Nothing yet, so let's just leave it in there for a few seconds. The second test that we have for an aldehyde is to do a Fehling's test. So we need to make our Fehling's reagent first. Of course, you remember how to do that. It's to mix a little of Fehling's A here. Just take 1 centimetre cubed, approximately 1 centimetre cubed there in the bottom of the test tube, and to that we add Fehling's B. Here's Fehling's B solution, and this will make our complex copper reagent. Give that a shake, and we should see a dark blue solution. There it is, and again we'll be doing this on a very small scale. So we'll introduce some of our Fehling's reagent. Oops, that's a dodgy pipette. Just have to get one more. Right, there's the Fehling's reagent. We're going to introduce it into the little tube here. And again, we need about 0.1 of a mil. Very little of the reagent required, so centimetre cube there is masses for many tests. And into that, we're going to add a drop of our aldehyde again. Just cautiously, 1 drop into the top there. Again, see a layer on the top. Give it a little swirl, a little mix. Mixing the Fehling's reagent with the aldehyde on this small scale. And again, dip into the sand bath. That one we're almost submerging there. Let's have a look what's happened over here. Already look, can you see that? We've got our silver mirror developing very quickly there. You see that glinting of the mirror. Nice silver positive test on our little micro scale there. So that's a positive test for the aldehyde with a Tollen silver mirror. Over here on the left, we need to leave our Fehlings for a little time to see if we can get a positive reaction there. So let's leave that going. And here we have the results of the Fehlings test from before. So you should be able to see there a nice brick red precipitate for the Fehlings reaction with the aldehyde.